Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Crazy Bees. Well, we made it through Christmas, not without a cold. So with all the hustle and bustle of the holidays and things being as busy as they were, we did end up having to take a trip to the ER, and unfortunately there were so many sick people there, and me and Tom ended up leaving with colds. So thankfully it's not COVID, but colds nonetheless. So with my business, I have to be very careful going in and out of people's homes because I have a lot of elderly clients. Wouldn't want to get them sick, so I give them the option. And today one of my clients was actually sick too, and he actually thought he might have COVID. So we canceled that, and I don't know what the rest of the week is going to bring. But for today, since I'm home, I had to pick up the pomegranates off of my tree. So earlier in the season, I had put them around these bags so that the birds would stop eating them. I was losing a bunch of my pomegranates because the birds would come and they would peck them and they were trying to get to the seeds. So I put these mesh bags around them. So now the first thing I have to do is detangle these and get them out of these bags because I had to tie them to the stem. And then after we're done with that, we are going to de-seed them, and we're going to get them in the freezer. So, and also as you can see, some of them are starting to split a little. That's okay. I have some in here that were getting soft, some that did split and have a little bit of rot on them. So I have to pick through all of that. And I'm going to save what I can. But aren't these beautiful? I think this is the biggest one. Look at this thing. It's just huge. And I mean, the size of our pomegranates it's just amazing. Our tree is doing absolutely wonderful. So we're going to start by brewing some tea. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to start de-seeding these. And here's a great example of one that split, but it hardened over. So it should be okay. So what you want to do is I cut the end off first, and then you can kind of see where you need to go with that. There's segments. And you don't want to cut all the way into your pomegranate. Just cut along the segment, because otherwise you're cutting into your berries. Cut off the other end. And then you can just, I have a bowl of water here, and I'm just going to take those segments and drop everything into this bowl of water. You can pound them, you can do whatever you want to. I just find that this is fairly easy to just put them right in here. And then all you do is you just kind of put it in there and work those seeds off of that membrane, and then the white is going to rise more to the top, and then you're left with these berries. And when you don't do it in the water, what happens is what just happened when I was doing it up in the air. They'll just fly all over the place. So it's just easier to do it down here where you have more control of them not spitting out all over the place. But I still try to not get the break up that white segment too much, because it still does help with the cleanup if you can control that white as much as possible. My tea's ready. My water for my tea is ready. Okay. Alright, we are back. Now we got our tea. I'm going to let that steep for a little bit. Got some honey in there. Good to go. So if you wonder what the stroller's about, Bentley and Scarlett got into an altercation. So we have this little dog stroller that Bentley uses. And so now, whenever they're in the same area, we keep him in the stroller. And she's over there behind us on the couch. Just so that we don't have that situation again, because she's a big dog and she could do a lot of damage. So when you see the stroller, it's Bentley in there. Alright you guys, we're back. We have got just about a whole bag of empty pomegranates here, but it's just taking a lot longer, just trying to be so delicate with everything. These have a thick rind on them, so you can take, I still did segments, so you still want to cut the top and the bottom off and then do your segments. And then just kind of hold that pomegranate in your hand and just hit it with a spoon. And those are going to come right out of there. You're still going to have those that want to stick in there, and you're going to have to get those ones out. But this makes it a little bit faster. So you're not having to tear apart each small segment and pocket to get all of them. Here I just had to tear open a couple small spaces where a couple of them were hiding. So now that one's done. But our bowl is just about full. I believe that the recorder stopped when I was showing you guys what we do when once I've drained the pomegranates. So I'm going to, I have parchment paper lined here. I'm going to line them up on this parchment paper, and if I still see any white spots or white membrane, I'll pull that out. But I've already ran them under sink water, and I've been working on that the whole time.
And I've stolen a few.
Let's try a couple handfuls. She's making a mess for me to experiment with. And pomegranates are amazing antioxidants, so I'm sure it will be lovely. But the reason you want to rinse your pomegranates is if you can see all of that debris in there. You don't want that in your pomegranates when you're trying to do your flash freeze. And this is my second batch going into the freezer. Then I'm just going to fold this over, and then I'm going to put some more on top. Okay, we got the rest of those pomegranate seeds cleaned off, and the second row here is on the tray. I'm going to take this and we're going to flash freeze it, and I just want to show you again how much stuff you get when you rinse those off. So you really want to make sure that you rinse your seeds off after you get it out of the membrane. So let's go flash freeze these. And then I have a whole nother box that I still have to get done. All right, we have got our pomegranates are done flash freezing. They've been in the freezer for a couple of hours. Remember when I folded that parchment paper over? Now I just come in here and I just cut it along that fold. Make sure my bag is open. And then I'm going to take this and just gather it all together. Get my bag over here. Stick it inside my bag and let it all fall in. Voila! I have one more pan of these to do, and then we'll show you how many we came up with. It ended up being an 8-hour process. I did stop a couple of times to do a couple other things, but it takes a while to do all those pomegranates. But I am so blessed and thankful for the harvest. And now whenever I want pomegranates, since I flash froze them, I can just go in there and get out what I need. So we ended up with 4 very full, good-sized gallon bags full of pomegranate seeds. I am so happy with this, and I'm actually very happy that I had a sick day, so I was able to get these harvested because pomegranates cost a lot in the store, and a lot of people can't even get them right now. And we were able to grow them and preserve them and have them for whenever we need them. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you on the next video.
Hit the subscribe button.
What?